Welcome to the Curry Gumbo Podcast with Nicole and Ashley, and today we have a TV episode review. Stay tuned. The Jamie Foxx Show from 1996. Do you remember watching this in 96?
I don't know about 96, but I do remember watching it pretty early on. I don't remember this pilot episode. It was very cute, very funny. I laughed out loud, but I don't remember this pilot episode. But I do remember this theme song.
Oh, the theme song was the same, I think, throughout.
No.
They changed it
There
up?
was another one that I remember really liking. I feel like it was the last two seasons. Or maybe it was, I don't know. But it was like, it's song and me. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
You
oh
might
my
be
goodness,
right.
this is fabulous. Give that man a Grammy.
This was 5 seasons. The final episode aired January 2001.
I don't think I watched the final episodes. I know him and Fancy got married though, right?
Probably, because they always be making people get married at the end.
Be singing at the wedding. I know he sang.
Most likely.
But
I
yes.
remember, I don't know if I watched this in real time. I probably just watched reruns on like BET or something.
See, I don't think I watched the I don't watch reruns of Jamie Foxx.
Something like back in the late, because if this is ended in 2001, I'm sure they was playing it in 2002, 03, 04, 05.
Oh, well, yeah, I thought you meant now.
No, I ain't got no cable. Nobody got cable now.
But Jamie Foxx, it's on HBO. You don't watch, you just don't go and watch Jamie Foxx. Child, I be watching Living Single like
you always watch Living Single.
On daily. I guess we should tell the people the reason we want to do this episode. Thank God. I feel like somebody snapped the shot of Jamie Foxx just on the street, walking, looking healthy. I'm hoping it's real. But Jamie Foxx has been reportedly in the hospital for a few days. Not a few days, like weeks. And then there were reports that he's not doing well and the family is going to have to make some tough decisions. And I never thought that I was a big Jamie Foxx fan, but I was feeling away.
Really?
I was really feeling away, and I'm like, what is going on? Thankfully, his daughter came out and said, my dad is he's fine. He's at home. The nigga was playing pinochle. Why she had to tell him what it was? That's an old sounding
But then
game.
there's still there's so many conflicting reports, because after that they said he was transferred to the stroke center. So I don't know who to believe. Even if it's coming from his family, they could just be putting things out there to just have us not mind Jamie at this time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to believe, honestly.
I don't know what to believe either. I do want to say I'm leaning towards his daughter. But I don't know his daughter like that. I don't even know if that's her real Instagram account. I don't even know her name. Like I don't know, but I want him to be okay. And
then they canceled all of his shows for the early on, like whatever he had scheduled, they just canceled it. So I'm like, if this isn't I'm gonna be back in 6 weeks type of thing.
Well, I just want him to pull through. I want him to be super healthy. We are recording this May 28th. A couple of days ago, we lost Tina Turner, and that was a big blow. I understand that she was up there in age. I think 83 is young. I do. But, the point is this, I can't take
say no more.
I can't deal, is what I'm trying to explain to everybody. I just want everybody to sit down, get some sun tea, some sweet tea. Everybody relax. I'm at that age now where people I was growing up with, they up there. Like they up there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy. In the first episode, he tells us his birthday. And he
Oh,
said the
yeah.
year 67. I was like, what?
Okay, so first of all, okay, so I heard that, but I thought that was just like the character. And then I went to go look up everybody's ages just to see like how old they were in 96. And he said his real birthday. I didn't think that was his real birthday, but that was his real birthday. And so he was 20. I'll say 28 because him, Fancy, and Braxton all have like November, December birthdays.
Hmm.
So
Well,
28
how old
turning
was
29. Hold on. Fancy was 29 going on 30 and Braxton was 31 going on 32 in
how old was
96.
Ella English? Because I couldn't find her birthday. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, so this says famous birthdays, but this says Aaliyah. Maybe this is her name. They just
Ella
have her name wrong.
English.
She was born 1960 per this website,
Oh,
famousbirthdays.com, that I don't really trust.
Ella
Huh?
English who?
She played the aunt.
She wasn't born 1960?
That's what it says. March 26, 1960 in
So she was
Covington,
only
Georgia.
6 years older than Jamie.
Yeah, which even when I think about the show, I like when I returned to it. When I was younger, I don't think I paid it any mind. But I was like maybe when I hit 30, I'm like, why they had that young girl married to that old man and playing Jamie Foxx aunt? She don't look what? So I don't even know if they ever addressed it in the show, but I think that she was meant to be someone he looked up to, someone who was old enough
Well,
to
that was his auntie. So aunties can be, I mean, your auntie can be 5 years older than you.
your aunt, you could be older than your auntie, but what
Exactly.
the way they played it in the show was like she was a traditional aunt, like with some years on him. And I'm like thinking about that, I'm like, that don't even look right. But God bless her, she's a phenomenal actress because I believed every second of it. There are a lot of black women or just women in general who have the range to play someone young, but also play an older person.
Let's see, Garrett Morris, he's born in 37.
Come on, New Orleans brother.
He's from New
Love him.
Orleans?
He's from New Orleans.
He
I mean,
sure
I had to
is.
remind somebody the other day that Anthony Mackie was from New Orleans. I'm like, why do niggas not know? How did you like the pilot episode?
It was cute. There were some parts that did not age well. The R. Kelly,
Child,
I was
okay.
like, "Oh, this didn't age well."
Jamie is coming to Hollywood. We never know where he's coming from. Like,
Texas.
what's do they say that in the show?
He says, "Oh, you
When?
think I'm a Bama from Texas? Well, I got a little Bama in me." That's that's what
When
he
he
tells
say
Fancy. When he's trying to talk to Fancy,
that?
so he say
Okay.
Texas,
I
which is
forgot.
true in real
I didn't
life.
pay. Yeah, he's from Terrell, Texas, and he I'm assuming is driving from because that's how the song
Oh
started.
yeah.
So the theme song gives us some storytelling, like he's in a car, he's driving to Hollywood, he's going to visit his not visit, he's going to
Well, he wants
live
to
with his
stay
aunt and
there. He wants to
uncle.
become an actor.
Yes. And he thinks that he's getting a free ride while he pursues his acting career, but his family is like, nah, nigga, we gonna put you to work now. So the uncle has a gambling problem and he took out a second loan on the hotel. So they owe $10,000 in the next 48 hours or it's gonna get shut down.
And the hotel is kind of like a small family hotel. This is not no
Mhm.
big Marriott or Hilton. Like we're not thinking this is like some grand hotel with multiple chains. Like this is more like a
Yes.
family business. And so they
But I
kind of
think that
struggling a little bit.
it also, I think what I like is that I mean, who else in the 90s and the 2000s did we see own a hotel or a motel or
Nobody.
bed and breakfast? I don't think we I so one this is Nicole's thing because Nicole
Yes,
is
a
like
new
black people is business
occupation.
owners and a new occupation. So we
I know
have
I'm so over the lawyer. Everybody's a lawyer, lawyer,
yes.
lawyer.
So we have people in the hospitality
Mhm.
industry and And so I was like, I know that Nicole is like clapping her hands for
Yes.
this. Um, but yeah, I don't think we saw anyone. I'm trying to think of the other shows that are on during this time. Well, the Wayans brothers, they own the newsstand, and the Pops had the diner, and the um, what else? What other Eve
She
had the
had the
boutique?
dress, yeah, the dress shop. There was Malcolm and Eddie, but I don't know what they owned or what they where they worked at.
Yeah, I
Where they
forgot.
worked.
I didn't really watch Malcolm and Eddie like that. I don't know. He's been lying to his family, talking about his Hollywood connection. So I don't know if that's how he got down there. But I don't know what we're to make of Jamie. To me, it seems very light. We know that it's his show. He's the good guy. You root for him, even though he's kind of being deceitful. I don't know if that's how he got down, if that's how he got to Hollywood. Say, oh yeah, I know this person, I know that person, I know this person. Because my question would have been, if you know all these people, then why you need to come stay here for free? Why you can't go stay with your Hollywood friends? Why they can't get you in a movie right now?
He wanted to stay with his family.
Child,
With
you want to
his
stay somewhere for the free.
exactly.
For the free, but he's saying that he knows R. Kelly, and when he hears Fancy, no, he's not even mentioning R. Kelly. He says, "I know Babyface," and he mentions some other names, and Fancy's like, R. Kelly, and I'm like, honey, R. Kelly don't want nothing to do with you being and looking over the age of 18, but okay, girl,
And she was only 28, 29.
child, he don't want nothing to do with you. Anyway,
Well, he's comes to the hotel and he's meeting everybody. He meets Fancy and he meets Braxton and the I guess the bellhop didn't last too many
I
episodes because
I don't remember
I
him. I'm like,
don't remember him
who is
either.
Man, I don't know who that is.
So Jamie's meeting all of the players in the hotel and he automatically him and Braxton are automatically clashing.
Yeah.
Uh he automatically has a crush on Fancy and so
It's
that's what's going
packaged
on.
really well. You know as soon as you see Fancy, she's gonna be the love interest. You know that it's gonna be a will they, won't they, or not even a will they, won't they, but a he's madly in love with her. She's not trying to give him the time of day, but eventually he will. I think like even when I was younger, I knew like this you're trained, like TV watchers are trained to know what's happening, but you still stick around because you know it's going to be a fun ride. I
Well, I don't know
did,
because it took a while because Fancy was dating. Fancy had the
yeah.
men's throughout the seasons.
What shocked me was they thought that the hotel was going to go under, and so Braxton kind of like asked Fancy out on a date, and I was like, I don't remember him having a thing for her, but that definitely happened. I like to who are the other like black nerds? The dude from Family Matters, right?
Urkel,
No, him and Eddie's friend.
I don't know if he was a nerd. He was more kind of
Just
foolish.
weird.
They
Okay.
they be making boys dumb on these shows.
Oh yeah, he was dumb. So yeah, so Urkel, smart guy, but smart guy was cool. Like that was the he was, was he cool? I'm trying to remember.
I mean, he was a kid, and so
He
he
was
was
a little
just
baby.
yeah.
I'm trying to think like who was the butt of the joke a lot and a black nerd who's a guy. Is
I can't think of
Braxton one of a
anyone
kind?
who was like smart because we had a lot of people like if you look at Martin, Cole wasn't
Bird
perceived
brain.
as smart. Yeah. But Braxton came out saying, he got his degrees. He's an
Hmm.
accountant, you know, and so he's a smart man.
Yeah,
He's
he's a smart man
educated.
who just he's educated. I think nerd is the incorrect word because he just seems like he got a stick up his ass. Like he's a know it all. He is like I just don't see him. when I think of the traditional nerd, like I don't see him like reading comics. Like I don't
No,
see that. He's just like
Braxton
very
was like
conservative.
private school, Ivy League, college, that
Yes,
type of
yes.
person.
Kind of on moving towards
Elitist.
whitewash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
The funniest episode was when his parents came to town. Remember that? And Jamie met his parents.
no, I bet his
His
parents were just the opposite.
Yes.
Oh
Jamie
God.
got along with his parents so well. He was like, Braxton, your son? What? It was so funny. Another nerd, Carlton, Fresh Prince.
Not Carl.
Well,
Was he a nerd? What? But
ed-
Carlton and Braxton. Carlton and yep,
educated.
yes, whitewashed, conservative. Like I would not be shocked if Braxton
He was a
was
Republican.
Republican.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if he ran anyway, but um just very like I'm doing what I am supposed to do as it relates to like the white gaze. Like I think he's
Or
sold
just
out to
well,
what
just to
white people
be
want him to be.
just to be fair, if we go back to the 90s, that was that era of going to college and getting your degree and moving up the corporate ladder and
Mhm.
having to do getting to a good school. Going to
Mhm.
There was a time when black people, they wanted their kids in these private schools because
Mhm.
they felt like that was the best education, so to
Mhm.
speak, for their kid, the best way for their kids to get opportunities. And so, I mean, there are unfortunately some people black people, who would rather their kid go to a white Ivy League school than to an HBCU because they feel like it's better, so to speak. And so I think he comes from that class of people, or that mindset of people, like moving into the white neighborhood,
Mhm.
because getting out of the hood, that whole like things have completely changed now.
But he working
But
at a black hotel. That's suffering.
yeah, but I'm saying I don't think he like wants to be white, so to speak, but he's doing what he thinks is the best thing to be successful.
What
Which
I'm saying is, why do you think he's there at the hotel? Because someone with his
he could have
pedigree
got a
could
better
go
job.
to the
He should be
Hilton.
at
He could
the
go to the
the
Four
Marriott.
Seasons. He could go to um what's the other one that's not the Four Seasons? The nice one.
Maybe they ain't hire him. That's the other thing. He's still a black
Exactly. So I
man.
guess
Still a black
yeah.
man. Maybe they ain't hire him. But
Or maybe there's a radical side to him where he's trying to be a significant, you know, factor in his own community. Like I don't want to go and make these white plate spaces better. I want to go and help. I want to work in an industry where, not an industry, I want to be in a space where my expertise is helping my people.
then also, for him to be in accounting, I think in that hotel, he probably has more, not control, but he's like a one of one person, where if he was in a bigger corporation, he would have been one of, like, I don't know, 30 people in an
Yeah.
office and working under somebody, whereas this job, he's his own boss, so to speak, because he is the accounting man. Like,
Now,
accounting is
how he didn't know it was a second loan taken out on the hotel though?
him.
How he didn't know that? What type of loan is this where they not reaching out to you for your fund? Because the accountant would be the first person to know because the bank would have been calling like,
Exactly.
hey, we need the statements.
Exactly.
We need to know what's going on. We need to make sure y'all actually own this house. We need to, because like they're just now this is TV.
Mhm.
That might be what it is. And you know that uncle, he probably so damn
Uncle
shisty. He
Junior
probably
probably he
snuck into
probably
some shit.
he probably called them himself, like, "Hey," like,
He probably forged Braxton's signature.
he probably did some shady business himself. It's Uncle Junior's fault.
It is. Just blame it on him. But we know, I think early on, we know that that Jamie's road to stardom or road to becoming an actor is going to take a back seat to whatever's
Destiny
happening in the
Child.
hotel, because we don't see him go on an audition today. We don't
No.
see him talk about, being an actor. We see him sing more than act. So I think either way, like, we know that he is a performer, you know,
Hmm.
but I think his performing, at least in the pilot episode, it is suggested that this is not going to be a major, major, major plot point yet. Because I know that later on he gets a job working, like,
He
writing
does the jingles,
jingles. Yeah.
but they're still singing more than acting. He doesn't get an
Yep.
acting job. He does
Similar
more
to Trip.
singing.
Remember Trip from Living Single?
Oh yeah, season 5.
He does the jingles.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the Jamie Foxx show was saying about people coming out to LA trying to pursue their
That you
dreams?
gonna be stuck working a 9 to 5.
Child, and also that, like, it helps to have a helping hand in family. Like, it helps to know somebody who's already out there. I think the only person, I mean, given the films and the TV shows that you and I have discussed, I think that Devil in a Blue Dress is, like, he's the only person who came out there on his own. He didn't know nobody. He came from Texas, moved to LA. He didn't know nobody though.
But
Jamie
that was
knows somebody.
but Devil in the Blue Dress, that was that era of black people moving. When they call it the I don't know what type of migration they called it. But all the
Yeah,
black people was moving to LA.
all the black people were moving to LA, but I guess what I'm saying is he didn't have, like, an uncle there, an
But
aunt
I don't
there.
think
Like,
any of them did. I don't think nobody in that
yeah.
neighborhood did. I think they all just got up, got in their car, and just drove till
Hmm.
they found someone.
Yeah,
Like,
the land.
ain't nobody had no uncle in California. Not no black person, not in the 1950s. No, all their aunties and uncles was in Mississippi and Texas and Georgia. Like they was
Right.
the first of their kind moving. Someone got to be first, just like all them black people who moved to Chicago. They was the first. They was like, we getting the f out of the South.
Right. It's here.
I don't know how we gonna get it, but we
It's
going.
cold. It's cold as hell. It's windy. We're
We
gonna
go if we
deal.
gotta row a boat up this Mississippi River, like we going to Chicago.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it helps. And also, Devil in the Blue Dress, he's in the military. Like, he
Oh
has
yeah,
some savings. But Jamie, he's got his car, that voice, those looks, and that's it.
and his charm,
His charm. Yes.
and he's trying to make it in LA.
He plans a benefit. He's telling everybody, all right, Kelly gonna be
Oh
there.
yes, so because he has to raise money. He says he only has $1,000. That's not gonna cut it. So they have to raise money to save the hotel. So Jamie plans this benefit, and he's like, "Oh, he got the connections. He gonna get R. Kelly to come." And so he's selling all these tickets, and people came to see R. Kelly, and what they got was Jamie Foxx pretending to be R. Kelly.
In a bald cap, looking a fool. And instead of singing the song Down Low, he's singing the song Big
Big
Toe.
Toe. Jamie Foxx was like, "I'm gonna show you acting, comedy, and singing in this 30-minute episode. Like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
show you all my talents."
And I think what he like is acting, what is it? Not bodily comedy, but
Physical
it's very
comedy.
physical comedy, like he's Three Stooges sometimes. Like, just even him mimicking R. Kelly is his showing, like, I can do physical comedy. Twice we get the famous like the brick wall, like him, like the famous thing that he does with Braxton, like we get that. I feel like that's physical comedy. I still like that we get laughs from Braxton though as well. Like, sometimes I think, Like what I like about Martin is like Martin is honest, is obviously like the explosive, funny one in the show, but Tommy gets a laugh, Cole gets a laugh,
Mhm.
Gina gets a laugh, Pam gets a, everybody gets a laugh. You know, I am laughing at the aunt. I am laughing at the uncle. I think Fancy and her like refusal to give Jamie any time of day is like that's funny, you know.
No, her clapback was funny when Jamie was like, "Oh, your name must be Angel because you look like you from heaven," and she was like, "Well, you look like your name must be Devil because that shirt like came from hell or something
And
like."
it did. It did. It looked like one of those polyester shirts.
He
Um
had the deep V neck.
deep, deep. Looking a mess.
So
It had
Fancy had
that
her
design
clapback.
like it was red and it was looking like a LA sunset with big trees and stuff like that. And I was like, sir, take it off. I know it don't breathe. I know it don't breathe. Take it off. Anyway, yeah. So they want him off stage because they know that that's not R. Kelly. I don't know why they didn't. They should have known that it wasn't R. Kelly because of the people in the audience was adults, but they should have known that it wasn't R. Kelly because why would R. Kelly be in his damn hotel?
Mhm.
Anyway, so he kind of
The
let
people want
go
their
of that
money back.
performance.
Yeah, they
Yes, and
want their
he's
money
like,
back.
well, let me give you a show, an actual show. And I feel like I was looking for it, I couldn't find it. He starts to serenade the crowd at the piano. Is this the same act from his comedy show, from one of his comedy shows?
Oh, I don't know.
In his comedy shows, he would get on the piano and start singing, and that would be a part of the act. And I don't know if it's the same exact act, but it reminded me of one of his comedy shows. So I sometimes I wonder like how did he sell the show? Like what did he sell it as? And I think that it's so what like Jamie Foxx can act, sing.
Mm.
He looked like he can manage a two step, but he ain't Chris Brown doing back flips, front flips. You know, he ain't doing all of that. Maybe he could. I don't know. The man is a performer. And I think he is kind of that Hollywood tradition, much like Ella English, where it's like you can't just get up here and start singing. Like you can act too, right?
Oh, you
If
gotta
we
be a
we
triple
put you in this
threat.
play, you're gonna be able to sing, right? You tap
Sing, act,
dance.
and dance.
Do you know how to do it all, right? Like there is no just actor, it's you're a performer and you know how to do all of these things.
Yes.
So, but I'm sure like that's how he sold the show.
And Ella was singing too.
Sure was, and sounded wonderful. But turns out that the uncle with he made a bet using Jamie's birthday and money at the top of the show, and his numbers came in, and he won $8,000. And with the $4,000 that Jamie raised, now they have the money to pay the loan. Praise Jesus! It all works out.
So the hotel is saved. Gambling came through this time.
Hey y'all, hope you enjoyed the show. Hit us up on Instagram at Curry Gumbo. Hope to see you next week. Bye.